Guthrie Castle was built in 1468 and was owned by the Guthrie family until just about 25 years ago, when the present owner moved in. And about 5 years ago, his young family moved away and we took the decision to start doing weddings here.
There's plenty of possibilities here for your wedding and your reception here at Guthrie Castle. There's obviously the castle rooms, the walled garden and the lovely new pavilion function suite.
We're pleased to be able to offer a wide variety of weddings here. In fact, we cater from just 2 people, where myself and my colleagues act as witnesses, right up to parties with as many as 300 people attending. For groups of about 30, we do the wedding actually inside the castle for the reception, for the meal and that sort of thing. And larger numbers, we make use of our pavilion, the function suite that was specifically built about 3.5 years ago. Here you can see the hall laid up for 100 guests. And as you can see, the guests come in, sit down at their tables, and there's still plenty of room for a dance floor and a stage for the band. We've got 2 full-time wedding coordinators here at the castle.
Our job is just to make sure that everything runs smoothly from when you first inquire about your wedding right through to the end of your special day.
We very much like to offer a bespoke service because each and every wedding is obviously different. But that said, we have got a package, for example, for just where there's 2 people, and then we've got packages based around a group of about 30, and then larger parties than that. We're fortunate that if it is inclement, we've got various options. We can hold weddings either in the chapel itself in the castle. We can get about 30 guests in here for the ceremony, and for larger numbers we use Guthrie Village Church, which is just 2 minutes up the drive. As far as catering goes, we've got our own dedicated caterers, and they work very closely with the bride and groom to design the perfect menu for each and every couple. We don't have set menus, as it were. We advise and offer bride and grooms a selection of menus, and then they can mix and match them as much as they want.
But also, if a couple want to design their menu from scratch, that's fine.
The grounds are most stunning here at Guthrie Castle, and many photographers tell us it's one of their dream venues. There's so many perfect backdrops. We've got the loch, we've got the beautiful walled garden, the historic element of the castle. I could go on and on. There's just so many backdrops. It's a wonderful photograph album you're going to get when you leave here. The majority of people do enter into the spirit of coming to Scotland, even when we have couples come from abroad, from Australia and from America. They quite often look up their family tartans, as it were, and more often than not, most of the men are decked out in either tartan or tartan trews, and it makes a really colourful, spectacular display. We really couldn't believe our luck when we started doing weddings about 4 or 5 years ago here. We toured around and looked at some other venues and then came back and just couldn't believe what we had on our doorstep. The beautiful grounds, the 2-acre walled garden we're standing in now, the loch, the fact that we've got a 9-hole golf course, which is where the guys quite often go and play golf in the mornings while the girls are getting ready in the castle. And then we've got the historic aspect of the castle itself, the fact that we can accommodate up to 32 people on the estate, normally the main wedding party. And then we've got local hotels very close by that can take extra guests. And now we've built our own purpose-built function suite that can cater for up to 300 people. We feel we've got everything all in one spot and in a beautiful, stunning location.